Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Modern Mystic Radio Show on A1R Psychic Radio, the world's #1 psychic radio network, and we're on Moonstruck TV. Before I introduce my guest for this evening, I'm just going to remind you very quickly about how you can get in contact with me if you would like your own private reading. You can get through to me on my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or you can get through to me on my Facebook pages under Mystic Saira or Modern Mystic. Once a week I do a free live psychic session on the Mystic Saira page, so if you want to get involved with that, please do. Our next one will be this Sunday. Okay, also I have a couple of updates as well. So if you are in the UK, I am planning to be running a few more courses. I'll be doing psychic development, tarot, etc., law of attraction, all of that. Plus a new course, which is in CE5 training. So CE5 is about human initiated telepathic contact with ETs. So if you want to get involved with that, find out more, you know what to do, just get in contact with me. Okay, so let's introduce my guest for this evening. We have the wonderful Julie Cottle, and she is from the UK. She's in Basingstoke. Hi Julie, how are you?
Hi Sarah, I'm fine, thank you very much. Lovely to be on the show. Thank you for asking.
And you're more than welcome. And you are a psychic medium based in the UK. And how long have you been doing that kind of work for?
Well, for the past 19 years I've been doing this, but obviously I started seeing and hearing things when I was a youngster. But didn't really do anything about it for a long, long time.
So what was it that actually made you make that shift?
Well, my family was sort of grown up and I finished my teaching I was doing and I didn't really know what else to do. And then someone invited me to a development group and it all just went from there, really.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you've been doing that for the past 19 years. So how would you describe how you work? You know, do you see things? Do you feel things? Do you hear things, or do you know things, or is it all of that?
It's pretty much all of that. I see things, I hear things, I get feelings like, so if somebody had passed from an illness, or somebody I was doing the reading for has an illness, then we'll pick up on that. And I also smell things sometimes as well, so it's a bit of a package in one.
So if you pick up on how somebody's passed, say for instance they have a problem with their stomach, is that something that you physically feel, or is that just something that you know?
That's something I physically feel.
And do you find, because obviously, you know, that's very similar to the way in which I work, but do you find that, you know, that physical sensation is what starts or creates the link? Does that make sense?
Sometimes it is, but more often than not, I tend to see the spirit person that comes in first.
Okay, and is that physically seeing, or in your mind's eye seeing?
More in my mind's eye seeing, but I feel like they're either standing one side or the other to me. So,
and what would you say is your most memorable or profound experience that you've ever had when doing readings for other people?
Oh gosh, there's been so many. Every reading is memorable, I have to say, but what I find the most profound things is when I'm doing like a demonstration, a public demonstration, and I get a connection, even something silly as Wellington boots, and there might be someone over this side that's got something to do with wellies, and then I've got another one to do with wellies, and another one to do with wellies. They all come out at once, and it's really strange how we have a night of Wellington boots. It's fun.
Absolutely. And do you do platform mediumship as well?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Is that in the local churches?
No, it's usually in the local halls, or I've done a couple of pubs.
Okay.
Done some psychic stuff and things, and that's worked out quite nice. Yeah.
So when you had your experiences as a child, are they different to what you now experience, or are they the same?
They were different. I would find that I would see people like I see you and I as a child. And my mum never discouraged me. I would say, there's a man sitting on the bench waving at me, Mum. And she'd say, well, wave back. And then I'd hear her telling someone later that there was no one there. So, but I think because now I've got the other senses as well, I tend not to see people quite so much as like I see you and I, if you know what I mean.
Okay. And you also run a paranormal investigation company as well, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And what is that called?
That's called Free Spirit Paranormal. We have a Facebook group and anybody can join it. We don't mind anybody from overseas or that joining the group. It depends if they'd like to pop over on a plane and do a hunt. But yeah, we do. I have a lovely team and there's about 8 of us. And we do public events going around mostly sort of the south central area, doing different investigations. And we allow the public to join in and use the equipment, and they just have a fab night. And we make it fun, but we also have a serious side. But they do like to come back, so that's good.
And have you ever had to go into a property and clear it and get rid of any entities that don't belong there?
Not on the hunt, because they like their hauntings, so we have to leave them be. But if there is a that is very unrested, then, and I do ask them if they'd like me to send them into the light, and if they say yes, then I do. If they don't, I just leave them where they are. But I do that for people in their own homes if they've got issues, or if their children are seeing shapes or things or hearing things. So I will go in and do house clearances for people that way.
And what would you say to a parent that's got a child that is experiencing, seeing people that have passed over and what have you? What advice would you give?
It depends on whether the child is quite happy to communicate with this spirit person. If the spirit person is causing the child to wake up at night, or they're having nightmares and saying they're seeing things, then I would recommend they get someone in who can clear the energy, because that child's not really ready to take that on.
Yeah, I mean, I know when I was a child, I probably would have appreciated, and this is where my guide stepped in, because there was obviously nobody around, in terms of actually removing that ability or taming that ability down for me. And obviously further down the line, I went to find out a lot more about those experiences, which led me to this path. So what would you say are your future plans? Obviously you're still working, you're working psychically, you've got your paranormal investigations as well. Well,
I'd like to perhaps do a few workshops to help people along that want to develop, because I've had the questions asked for the last couple of years, and so I think Spirit are pushing to doing it. So I'm going to try and get one of those organised, hopefully for the end of May this year. So I'm working on that at the moment. Well, just love to do some more demonstrations, really, because I want to try and do a few more, get the word out, really. Because people need to understand, that we're not all fakes like some people think.
Yeah, and I think obviously there's a huge value in being able to pass on messages as well. It's very healing.
Oh, it is immensely. Yeah.
And would you say, when, as far as your ability is concerned, that there are any downsides?
So sometimes there can be, if I get a feeling that something's going to happen and I can't tell somebody that that's going to happen, because it's not always nice to give the person bad news.
Mm-hmm.
So if spirit want me to do that, it's usually because the person has asked themselves if Uncle Tom's going to die or somebody like that. But I don't usually tell them that they're going to die soon. I just usually get a feeling that they're probably not going to be around too much longer. So,
and with your paranormal investigations, have you ever been scared?
Once or twice, yes. Yeah. One time was at Hellfire Caves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was stood at the gateway, and the ground in the lower cell, room, cavern, whatever you call it, was all stones. So it was all gravel stones. And I could hear these footsteps walking towards me, but I couldn't see anything. And they just got closer and closer and closer. And I thought, I don't want to be here. So I kind of moved away, but all the others were going, oh yeah, let me have a look. So yes, I've been scared a couple of times, but not much now, I don't think.
So you've built up a resistance to...
Yeah. I just go straight in. Oof, I go straight in, and that's me now.
And do you have any planned events for this year?
Yeah, we do. We have one coming up in May, the 18th, which is at the secret nuclear bunker, which is now not so secret, because there's signposts to it now. That's in Brentwood. So that is going to be a good one. If people want to find out about that, they can join the Free Spirit group on Facebook or Twitter. And all the information will be on the event there.
Oh, fantastic. I might join myself. Sounds really good. Okay, we're going to go on to our first caller, and this is Mary from Montreal. Mary, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Really well, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on to the show. I'm going to pass you over to Julie, who's going to do your reading for you tonight. Do you have a particular question or anything you would like Julie to look at for you?
Yes. Finances, like I'm expecting a large settlement. I'd just like to know if I'm going to get it this period of time. And as for love, I want to know if he's going to come back to me this month or next month. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Mary.
Sorry?
Did you hear me?
No, sorry.
I said, I said hello.
Oh, hi.
Good, we got there. Hi, I'm just connecting here. I want to say that you've got a mother in spirit. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Yeah. Oh. Have you got a mother in spirit, Mary?
Sorry, I can't. It's going in and out.
Is your mum in spirit? Is your mother in spirit?
Oh no, she's still alive.
Okay, then this could be grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And this lady is telling me that your money is coming soon, but has there been an issue with paperwork?
Paperwork? Well, not really.
No. Well, that's what I'm feeling. There might have been an issue with some paperwork. If it wasn't now, it was not long ago.
Not long ago. There. Not long ago.
All right. Okay. But she's making me aware that this settlement should come by the end of June.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that will come to you then. And she's the left side. I'm not sure if this gentleman is coming back to you at all. I don't feel that that might happen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to sort of interrupt here. What I kind of get with this, and this might be what you're picking up on, actually, Julie, is there is a sense of immaturity around the guy that you're interested in, Mary. And I feel like this is kind of his own attitude, his own sort of childish attitude is what's standing in the way of you actually having some sort of proper conversation or reconciliation with him. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I have to say here is, like, the most important element of what you've asked about is actually about this financial settlement that's winging its way to you. Okay. I'm getting the month of, not the month, sorry, I'm getting the number 7 around it. Okay, so this could be 7 weeks. I don't think it's 7 months or anything like that. And I don't think it's July. So I want to give you like 7 weeks on the number 7 around it. May even be the 7th of May. But I feel that it's almost like that's all signed and sealed. Does that make sense? It feels as though that's a guaranteed on its way to you.
Okay, great. Great.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. Mm-hmm.
Let's just have a look. Yeah, see, when I'm picking up on this guy, I do feel that there will be a communication of some kind coming forward from him. Okay, but I feel like it's after the financial settlement. But I feel, and this might confuse you a little bit, but I feel that you might be the one that actually doesn't want to know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do get the communication. However, I feel that you've got to watch out for this immaturity element. I think this is a real sort of sticking point here with him. And unless he's prepared to, grow up a little bit and have some maturity, it's going to be very difficult for you to work with that relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The reason why he's like that is because he was operated for his cancer a couple of years ago. And apparently there was lack of oxygen, so he's not acting like himself, really. So he'll never come back to himself, you know?
Well, the doctors have said that he won't ever return back to himself. Is that right?
He's trying, but I mean, he's part of himself kind of lost it because probably there was a lack of oxygen when he was in a major operation for his cancer. So,
however, what I will say, what I will say is that I do get that fine.
I think he's going to go through a separation or a divorce. Something's going to happen eventually.
But you will have the communication. It will be your choice at the end of the day. That's what I get for you. Okay, so thank you very much, Mary. We're going to have to go straight on to our next caller. We've got Jamie, who is in Waynesburg, Ohio. Jamie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to hand you straight over to Julie, who's going to do your reading for you tonight. Do you have a question for Julie?
I don't specifically have a question. Hi, Julie.
Hi. How are you?
I just wanted a reading.
Okay. Have you experienced some hardship recently financially, Jamie? Because that's what I'm picking up for you. And I feel that you're lacking a little bit in self-confidence as well. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you. I heard you say you're also what?
Oh, lacking a bit in self-confidence.
Oh, yes. Every day.
Yeah. Bless you. I just feel that you have to learn to be true to yourself, because I don't feel that you're doing things that are really that benefit you first. You tend to be looking out for other people rather than looking out for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, and until you can look after yourself, not in a bad way, but treat yourself, do something nice for yourself, make yourself feel special again. And until you can do that, then I don't feel that you're going to be able to move forward on your pathway.
Okay.
Okay, and the financial side will start to improve, but I've got that maybe 6 months, maybe a bit sooner, but not until then. But I do feel you need to work on your self-esteem a little bit, my love.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you able to talk to people that have passed?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm looking for someone in specific, but like I want to know if anyone comes to you for me.
Okay. I'll see who's drawn those. I'll ask them to come in. Is there a young gentleman that you lost in who's I want to say in his 20s or 30s perhaps?
Yeah, he did.
And did this gentleman take his own life, or was there an accident? I feel there was something, he either took his own life. Was that correct? Did he take his own life, this young man?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's possible it was drugs. I don't feel it. I feel he may have taken something.
Yes, he did.
But yes, bless him. He is in a good place. I think you've been worried that he's not been in a good place, but he has passed over and he is with his family. Okay.
Yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad.
Oh, bless you. He is with his family. He's not on his own. He's just making me aware that he wants to remind you of a time when you used to run around on a little tricycle.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that he used to sit and watch you ride on this tricycle, and I feel that it was something that you absolutely enjoyed a lot, and that's why he's bringing it in as a memory link for you.
He enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. Well, he's bringing that in to let you know that he's around you, my love, and he just wants you to please take a spiritual gift of a red rose from him.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's also making me aware of a drink. He used to like a bit of whiskey, or what do you call it, bourbon or something like that.
Rum. Yeah.
Rum. Okay. He's just doing a little toast to you there. And he's just saying, just keep going, and look after yourself. As I said before, he wants you to be happy.
I miss him.
Yeah, I know. And I can feel it. And he misses you, but he does try to show you that he's around you. He's been dropping white feathers. I don't know if you've noticed any little white feathers. But that's from your dad. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, so please pick them up and pop them in a vase or a jar or something just to look after them, because they're special gifts from him.
Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome, my darling. Hope that brings you some comfort.
Oh, thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you for coming through to us, and I do hope that you found that helpful, and I do hope you continue to watch the rest of the shows and you enjoy them as well. Just if you would like to let everybody know, Julie, how they could get hold of you if they want their own private reading with you.
Yes, of course. They can contact me on my website, which is www.psychicjuliec.co.uk, or on my Facebook or Twitter page on Psychic Julie C. They can send me a message and I'll give them a call, something like that.